Hello, this is Algebra 1 Lesson 30, and this lesson covers algebraic phrasing and decimal parts of a number. Alright, so algebraic phrasing is just taking words and turning them into a numerical statement. Okay, so it's just important to remember what some of these words mean. So like sum, that means we're going to add, right? The sum of a number and 7. So we'll use n for a number, and we'll have the number plus 7. 7 less than a number. Less than means subtract, so our number minus 7. The opposite of a number, opposite means to make it be negative. The opposite of a number, so negative n, that means the opposite of the number, decreased by 5. Decreased means subtract 5. Okay. The sum of the opposite of a number and negative 5, so we want to add negative 5. So negative opposite of the number minus 5. See how these two are the same? Sometimes you can phrase the same thing differently. The product of twice a number and 8. Product means to multiply. So we need, let's see, the product of twice a number and 8. So that'd be 8 times 2n. Twice the number would be 2n, and we multiply that times 8. The sum of twice a number and 8. So twice the number is 2n, and we're adding 8. 5 times the sum of twice a number and 5. So first we need twice the number and 5 and negative 5. So twice the number is 2n and negative 5. And then we need 5 times that. So we're going to put that in parentheses and multiply times 5. 6 times the sum of the opposite of a number and negative 8. So first I'm going to do the sum of the opposite of a number and negative 8. So the opposite of a number and negative 8. And then we need that 6 times. Okay, so some of these you're going to have to have parentheses. The product of 7, product means to multiply, and the sum of a number and 10. So I need the sum of a number and 10, so n plus 10. And then we need to do that times 7. So we got our sum of a number and 10, and we're multiplying that times 7. The sum of 3 times a number and negative 4 multiplied by 5. Okay, so in this one I need 3 times a number and negative 4, and I need the sum of that multiplied by 5. So the sum of that multiplied by 5. And then this last one, the sum of negative 10 and 6, no, the sum of negative 10 and 6 times the opposite of the number. So 6 times the opposite of the number, that'd be negative number. Sum of negative 10 and 6 times the opposite of a number. Or you could just say negative 6n minus 10, like that. Alright, pretty easy, not too complicated. Okay, so the next part is about decimal parts of a number, and these are just like fractional parts of a number. Really easy. We just got to remember that of means times and is means equals. And you can use a calculator on these. Alright, 30.1. It says 0.32 of what number is 24.32? So I'm going to say 0.32 of means times. We'll use n for number. Is 24.32. Now, this means 32 times n, right? So we're going to do the opposite of times, which is divide. So, and then we do it to the side. Those cancel, right? And then we just divide that. You can type it into a calculator, and you're going to come up with 76. Easy peasy. Next one. 30.1. 2. What decimal part of 42 is 26.04? So we want what decimal part of 42 is 26.04. So just write it like that. This is times, so we're going to divide. So you just type that into a calculator, and we're going to get 0.62. And that's answered that one. Easy peasy. You just have to know how to set these up. Of means times, is means equals. .042 of 86 is what number? So 0.042 of means times, 86 is what number? These are on the same side of the equal sign, so we just multiply them. So we're just doing 0.42 times 86. Just type that into a calculator, and you're going to get 36.12. So if they're on the same side, you just multiply. You don't have to do the opposite. Alright, go ahead and pause the video and work the practice problems, and I'll come back and work them for you. Alright, so the first few are algebraic phrasing. A says 5 times the sum of 3 times the number and negative 5. Alright, so first I need 3 times the number and negative 5. So 3 times the number and negative 5, and then I need 5 times that sum. And that's it. B, the product of 3 and the sum of a number and negative 50. So first I need the sum of a number and negative 50. And then the product of that times 3. Wait, the product of 3 and the sum of a number and negative 50. Product of 3. 3 times the sum of a number and negative 50, basically. The sum of 5 times a number and negative 13. 5 times a number and negative 13. Yep, 5 times my number, and then I got a negative 13. And then D, 3 times the sum of the opposite of a number and negative 7. So I'm going to need 3 times the sum of the opposite of a number and negative 7, and then I need 3 times that. So 3 times the sum, the opposite of a number and negative 7. Those are pretty easy. Alright, the next one's 0.16 of what number is 10.42. So I'm going to say 0.16 of means times, and for number is, so equals 10.24. This is times, so I'm going to divide. Those cancel. My answer is 64. Alright, F, what decimal part of 80 is 60? So, what decimal of 80 equals 60? Divide by 80, divide by 80, just stick that in the calculator, 60 divided by 80, and I get 0.75. There's that one. And then G, 0.48 of 8 is what number? So, 0.48 of 8 equals N. These are on the same side, right? So I'm just going to multiply them, and the answer is 3.84. All right, that's it for lesson 30. Thanks for watching.